Here we are again, and this time I've got a car rammed full of stuff. This is all stuff that's been kicking around my house. There's a headline in there for Rover ZS, or MG ZS, sorry, Rover. Yeah, the car ramps in here, first aid, yeah, lots of stuff. So I'm going to see, first time I've driven a car into my workshop, so hopefully I can get Marley in, and that'll make unloading it a little bit easier and more comfortable. Home sweet home, eh? We'll really be able to see now how much work space I've got with a car in here. I've only ever seen this with a P6 in it and loads of stuff. So let's get the Marina in and see what it looks like. Brilliant. I think there's even more room in here than I expected. Let's get you off of there. So there we are, it's driver's side, door wide open. Passenger side. Yeah, door pretty much wide open there. So yeah, loads of room to work. I'm going to keep all this empty, so we can get a good gauge then. Yeah, from where the mirrored checkers are really. I want to keep this workspace empty if we can. And here, yeah, I think from the mirrored checker things there to about probably here, because I'm going to put some shelves here in the corner, because got to use up a bit of space because we'll still be able to get through okay. And obviously if I'm working on the front of the car, I'll have the front pointing that way. But I'm really happy with that space. Oh, there's loads of space on that side, that's fantastic. There's just no need to have lots of stuff in here, especially when I've got the other unit up the road, or up the estate shall I say. And then at the front, well I say the front, at the rear, yeah, look at that space. Look at that. Loads of space to do a little dance. You know, some might say that's a waste of space, but no, I'm happy with that. You know, I can have a table in the middle. I can have my tool trolley. I've got a tool trolley, haven't I? I can have that, wheel it out. Oh, isn't it lovely? Loads of space. I'm really happy with that, and I do think these mirrors brighten it up a little bit in here. It brings the daylight in and it reflects it out. You can see. Well, yes, very, very happy with this. And this is an estate car, you know. So, you know, you have a little mini in here, be rattling, wouldn't it? You get two minis in here. So very happy with that. And let's see if the fridge is cold. That's the important thing, isn't it? Oh yeah, it feels cold. I've only got it on low. And there's nothing in here, so yeah, cool. Literally cool. Brilliant. Oh, you know what? For the first time since I've left my employment with the AA, I actually feel excited. I haven't been excited because of the whole letdown with the other unit and everything. I've been really sort of bummed out about it all, and worried about everything, but now I've got stuff in place. You know, the floor's good. I've got the wall tiles that I thought of in my head. They've come together. The car's in here. The doors are open. You know, everything's coming together. And today's main job is empty the car There's some stuff in there that needs to go into the other unit. That's a headlining in there from the MGZS. That's Rainey's. That can go in the other unit. But I'm really happy. Clock says it's 2:05. Yes, so the time's telling the right time, which is a relief. And then I want to use some of this wood up that I found in a bin. And I bought a jigsaw today. My own jigsaw for £24, so I don't expect it to be amazing, but it will cut some batten that I've bought, so I can put some shelves up and get some more storage in. So yes, the only sad thing is my kettle hasn't come yet, so I can't make myself any tea. I didn't bring my flask either, but I'm only here for about four hours or so, so I'll see how I get on. And go from there. But yeah, I think you'll be seeing a lot of woodwork from me today. Right, let's see what I've got here. So this is Rainey's headlining. This was actually for his black ZS that he had. Betty Boop headlining. He was going to put that in his ZS, but unfortunately that is no longer with us. So he might put this in his yellow ZS at some point. But it's been kicking around my dining room for years. So now it's going to go into the unit, out of my hair. I could hang it up, it's pretty cool, isn't it? But I don't want to damage it. So we'll lay it on Betty's roof for now. What else have we got? Oh, I've got some spill mats to soak up oil spills, things like that. Oh, speaking of oil spill, I don't think Marley leaks. But I've got some drip trays there, so I'm going to stick a drip tray underneath while I remember. At the moment, all my cleany stuff's over there. So I reckon we'll hang this. Nice little sign on there. Look. Emergency response kit. I'm going to hang that right up the top, but in reach, obviously. So if we have any spillage, we can just grab it. Nice. More spillage stuff. Now don't tell Simon from Smashing Pistons, because his friend Tony would not like this, because this is organic absorbent stuff and it's actually coconut husk. It should say on it somewhere. Oh, I can't see where it says. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 100% recycled coconut. Oh, it's the dead bodies of Tony's family. But yeah, it's very good for mopping up spills, and it's a lot nicer than cat litter. I've got this really nice Stanley work box that my stepdad gave me ages ago, and to be honest, I haven't really used it properly. I've just used it for dumping stuff. In fact, I just saw something in there for heater boxes that I forgot I had. Little, what I call cat's bumholes. There's also a very small baby and a very small peg, because that's the sort of thing that Paul would put in here. But yeah, this hopefully will store some things in that are important. It might even become like my mobile toolkit for when I'm visiting people, but we'll do something with that. My poor old workmate, it really has seen better days, but it still works, you know. It's rusty, it's wonky, it's stiff, the wood's rotten, but we can still use it. Oh, she says, there we go, for cutting up some bits of wood today. There we go. Poor old thing. But look at the room I've got. I can swing it if I want. Not that I want to, but there you go. Put that over there. A random bit of foam. I don't know what I'm doing with that, to be honest, but there you go. My old nightie, which I'll use as a rag. Oh, I bought this today. Oh, I still got the price on it. £10 from Cash Converters. There you go. It's a laser gun, and it tells you the temperature. Can you see? So if I put my hand there, 28 degrees. God, I'm running a bit hot, aren't I? But yeah, this is great for seeing, you know, if you're looking at a cooling system on a car. I mean, you could just shove your hand on the hoses and feel the heat, but that's not ideal. So if you've got a heater problem, say your heater in the car isn't hot, you can do that to the top hose, scan it with the little red dot, yeah? And then you can do it with the bottom hose and see the temperature difference. It should be about the same. But if it's cold going in, hot going in and cold coming out, it's probably a blocked heater matrix or something. But yeah, this is just handy. Also, to see if the thermostat opens and things like that without holding on to a hot pipe. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Bargain, I think. One thing I forgot to get is a bin. I've got no bin. I've got no bin bag or anything. So where am I going to put rubbish? I don't know. Extract this very long batten of wood out of the Marina. It's just about fitted in the Herald, but it fits quite comfortable in the Marina. Oh, a bag of stuff I bought not long ago. It's got all new sprays in it, you know, carb cleaner, things like that. Sort that out later. So I've got in here some nice spray. So it smells of cherries in here. I've got some Marina mud flaps in here that my friend Simon bought me, but I haven't fitted them or anything yet. Look at them. They look smart on Marley, won't they? Oh yeah, that's to go in Marley. This is actually a little poncho, and it's got "We're with the AA" on it. Other things in here. We've got a first aid kit, very important. It's got eye washing, things like that. And then this is my old bag from my van that my boss's wife embroidered for me. Alexs's PPE, because it was always a thing that they had to do a PPE, which is personal protective equipment, for those who didn't know. They always had to do a PPE check in the vans at work. And, you know, we'd have the gloves in the front, the glasses in the back, whatever, and it'd be everywhere, and they'd have to wait for us to dig everything out. So my boss came up with the idea of just having a bag to put it all in. So we've got ear defenders, we've got knee pads, which I don't need because I'm not going to be wearing those trousers actually, so I'll get rid of those. Ice grippers, I hope not to need those. I might just bin them as well. Oh yeah, these are handy. Sort of acid-proof rubber gloves. Handy if you get a leaky battery or something. Oh, I'm going to have to throw that away, unfortunately, because it's branded. It's a bump cap. Yeah, I'm not allowed to wear that. Handy. Work goggles. Safety specs. Nice one. I couldn't bring myself to throw that hat away, that bump cap. I don't know if you can see. I've hung it up right up the top there, so I'm not going to wear it. It's just a memento. Right, there's something else in here that isn't mine. It's Betty's, or it's Betty's spare one. So that needs to go down the garage, the other garage, with the headlining. I'll show you. It's been in my dining room for ages, and I don't know why. A random spare steering wheel and column. Whee! From a Ford Galaxy. I really don't think we need it, but hey ho, it's here. Other exciting matters, my ramps. Oh, so I bought these ramps they are selling this specific type and company. They're selling these for £200, but these were a refunded or returned or defect something. So I got them for £130 for the pair. So they've got a platform here, which is in the car, that you put a bottle jack underneath, and you once you've driven the car up on the platform, you can jack the platform up, so you get a bit extra clearance. And I think, you know, for 130 quid for what I'll be doing, I think it'll be ideal. I just hope they're not too high up for some cars, you know. But even then, it doesn't matter too much, because I could even, if I wanted to, jack a car up with a trolley jack and then put these underneath and then jack them up further, if that makes sense. So there's ways and means. I think these will be very useful to me, because I don't think I can honestly have a proper ramp in here. There's not really the clearance for it, and I don't think I need it. My back much prefers if I'm down on my hands and knees. If I'm stood up like that, working on a ramp, that kills my back. So yeah, I think these will be good. These, pardon you, and my creeper, I think, will be a godsend. Right, I've just installed the bottle jacks into the ramps. There they are. I checked all the pins and everything. That's all good. And I haven't actually shoved it under Marley, but it looks like there's plenty of clearance to shove it under Marley's long bum, which is good. So I'm going to keep one that side and one that side. That's where they will live. And still shed loads of room. Absolutely shed loads of room. They're not too heavy to move around. I'll try not to scratch them on the floor if I can help it. Right, let's see what else we've got in here. I've got an old scissor jack here, but I don't actually use it for jacking. I find if you've got a wheel nut that's stupidly tight, especially locking wheel nuts, you can actually use this to lean the wheel brace on to stop it bending and slipping. I've always done that, so that's why I keep a scissor jack. And this set here is very handy. It is a serpentine belt removal kit. It's very slimline ratchet, handy for doing what we would know as a fan belt, but they're called auxiliary drive belts now, aren't they? And this is my hydroelastic pump. I love the colours, like a sort of turquoise and yellow. And a lot of these pumps are red, and I was really happy with this. This one I purchased off of Alexs from All Things Alexs. It's got the proper Schrader valve on there, so I can do suspension pumping. So I can do hydrogas suspension on Allegros, Metros, even MGF, I suppose. It's a bit modern for me, but yeah, nice new pump, and been tested by Dan Lade Show. His Metro sunk the other day, so he come running and asked to borrow my pump, which he did, and the Metro is now risen to a nice level. But yeah, I need to find a home for this. I'd quite like it on a shelf, you know, because I think it looks cool. And this is a charger for something that I bought today from Cash Converters. And I say, if any of my ex-colleagues are watching, they'd be laughing. And they'll think that I've nicked it from work, because it's exactly the same jump pack as the AA use. And that's why I bought it, because I know those jump packs are good and repairable. Whereas some of the jump starters now, to be honest, I don't trust them. And I don't know what's a good one, what's a bad one. But I know this one I've just bought is a serviceable thing, so I can put a new battery in if I want. I can put a new circuit board in if it needs it. It's got surge protection. It's just better the devil you know. And it wasn't cheap. It was about £135, I think, from Cash Converters. But it was in there for £200, and apparently somebody bought it and brought it back, which is a bit worrying. But I've got the charger. I've got it here. Looks like it's working okay. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've kept my receipt. Something went flying out of the car there. There's a tin of Underseal. Good job the lid stayed on. But yeah, here we go. Exactly the same as I used at work. And it looks in fair condition. And the circuit board works. There you go. Needs a bit of a charge because in the shop they had it switched on for some reason. This little cut-off switch. So, yes, handy. Weighs a ton because it's got a proper heavy battery in there. My one at work had a lightweight battery because of my back problems. But this will be fine because I won't be using it that much. I'm so glad the lid stayed on that. Imagine that Underseal all over my freshly painted floor. That wouldn't have been nice. This bag's got all sorts in it really. Yeah, just sort of rags, wipes. The rear wheel bearings. Rear wheel bearings for my Marina. I think we need to do those. Yeah, nothing exciting apart from my... again, these were going to go in the bin. High voltage gloves. So if ever I have to deal with a hybrid, which I don't want to, I'd have to put these special skin gloves on. They're made out of human skin. No, they're not, but they look weird, don't they? There you go. I'll keep them. I say they're going to go in the bin. So yeah, keep them somewhere. Keep them with my PPE. Look at that. Corded jigsaw with blades and everything. £24. Bargain. That would do for what I want. I only want to cut out a couple of bits of board to make a shelf, and you know, I might make some door cards or something that might come in handy. £24. Bargain. And this here, you might have seen, I put a picture of it on my Facebook page when I was doing the Marina wiring. Very handy tool. It's for crimping big like ring terminals and things onto really large cables, you know, sort of presses it on properly, hydraulically. Ooh, that's stiff. I've got weak in my old age. This in here is my new nut gun. Very nice. Splashed out on this. I can't remember how much it cost me. I think it was 180 quid or something. Look at that bad boy. Oh, 2 batteries, charger, all them impact sockets. It's a really nice one as well. I looked up all the different ones you could get. And it's got 850 Newton meters maximum torque, which is insane. So I can't wait to use that in vain. Obviously I'm not going to go dooga mad because, well, classic car stuff you got to be careful with. But once you've cracked the nuts off with a breaker bar, what is it with me, these plastic boxes? Yeah, once you've cracked them off with a breaker bar, you can just whiz them off with this. Saves twiddling, you know, twiddling. I've got a little electric ratchet in here as well, just a cheapy one. I've got my old angle poise light I'm going to have on the bench. My friend Lyndon rescued that from a skip a few years back now. And this in here, again, I don't think you can really see. It's really heavy. Can you see? It's a spring compressor. Again, never used, brand new. Compressing springs is not something I want to make a habit of because they scare the crap out of me. But I've researched it and that kit there is probably one of the safest. Safer than the little bars and clamps you can get. Well, it's only been an hour. I'll put some music on, get cracking and make some shelves. And I'll show you how I get on. Oh, that's the other thing I could have done today, but I didn't bring my caulking gun. I was going to put these rubber strips up just above the checker. You see, ideal for, you know, opening the doors on. But they, I think they're bonded on. I mean, I could probably just screw through them, couldn't I? I don't know. But they came with this high strength grip adhesive. Ooh, beige. Should I just make a hole and just drill it onto the wall? That'd be better than this gooey stuff, surely. Just, what? I don't know, let's have a look. Hang on, sorry, I just gotta put you down so you can see what I'm doing here. You know, one screw there, and then one screw at the other end. That'll hold it on enough, won't it? Or maybe one in the middle as well. Yeah, we'll just screw it on. We're not going to mess up bonding it on. That'll be messy and horrible and probably won't work. Yeah, I'm just gonna drill a hole in there, I reckon. Right, I was going to put them directly above the mirrored tiles, but one, I found it made it weirdly darker looking. I don't know why. And two, I noticed the height of the back door. If the car was over a little bit, the back door wouldn't hit the rubber strip. If the rubber strip was there, I'll show you. See, if the car was over a little bit, the door would hit that. And a lot of car doors are shaped like that, like including the P6 and stuff. So if the rubber strip was down there, it would miss it and this would hit the wall. So I've had to put them up higher, and they are all wobbly, even with the screws in. Now I could put more screws in, but I think I'll probably use that adhesive and just squirt it in there and then push it along. So at least it's held up with screws and adhesive. But no, I'm happy with that. Because if we've got Peggy in here, she's got two doors. They're very big doors. So if I move my jacket again, oh, bloody thing. You can see. There you go. Hits the rubber instead of the wall, which is cool. So I'm happy with that. I'll bring the caulking gun down next time and we'll stick all that on, stop it looking all wobbly. Yeah, it's like being at Dodgems, isn't it, that rubber on there. I wish I had just one more. I feel like it just needs one more. So I might order another one if I can. It might come in a pack of two, which is no big deal because then I can bring it up to the edge of the checker plating. But checker plating? Oh, you know what I mean. But I'm thinking, if I've got a car in here, are the doors going to be that far forward? They might be, they might not, I don't know. But I think I'll probably get at least one, or maybe if they come in a pack of two, I'll get two. But we don't need any on this side. There's plenty of room on this side. Alright, what's next? I've done that, so I think it's just sort of try and sort this crap out, which is mostly shelves that I want to make. Oh, I think this says it's full. Yes, 100%. That's nice. So if I unplug it, yes, 100%. Nice. Well, let's hope that it works okay. Right, I'm scared. I've not used this jigsaw before. This is the first time. Oh, sorry, give you a little kick. Bring that over here. Plug it in. Right, it's plugged in. Well, that was scary because it didn't seem to want to stop. I presumed that if I let go, it would stop. I understand now, it's got a lock on it. Because I'm left-handed, I knocked the lock on. Yeah. I see it's designed for a right-handed person, that you can push it on with your thumb if you want to and lock it. But yeah, it's scary. I don't know if this is going to cut through one of these battens. I'm probably better off with the hand saw, but I'll give it a go. See, my stepdad will be watching this going, oh no, what are you doing? Right, there you go, that'll do, won't it? Right, here we go. Bye bye fingers. Wow, that beats going like that with a blooming hand saw, doesn't it? Fantastic. So I bought loads of blades for it, you see. £24 that machine. Brilliant. The blades were almost as expensive. Blades was a set of, how many did I get? I got wood and metal. 10 blades, and they were £16. And this was a machine with 2 blades that came for £24. So I'm happy with that. If it saves me sawing, brilliant. Right, now I need to check before I start cutting. Measure twice, cut once, as they say. Sorry, I'm over here working away, and I forgot to completely, get you involved. Not that I can get you involved much longer because the battery's getting low on the camera. But I've just got this little shelf here to put power tools on and stuff. There we go. So I've hung them on the first hooks. Now I'm doing the bottom one, so it sits straight. And I didn't screw it straight into this board because it's really thin, and I want to put heavy tools on this shelf really. So I've put this wood up between the battens. There's battens running down here, so I've screwed this wood into the batten. But yeah, it was a bit sort of awkward. I had to get the holes lined up for the shelf and then drill it into the wall here, and then hang the shelf on and use a spirit level to make sure the shelf's going to be straight, and then get this up. Now I've got to work out how I get the bottom bit on. So I'm just putting the screws in at the minute. I've drilled the hole, and I've put some not Allen keys. What are they called? What raw plugs? These things. So I put some of those in, and that's a big fat screw. There we go. Cool. So we've got to work out now where this goes. We need to drill some massive holes in the ends now to go into the board. I just hope it doesn't end up lining up with that blooming nail there, because that would be annoying. I'm going to have to get the hoover out in this corner. There's wood shavings everywhere now. My bad. Right. Screw you. I'll put that up there. And then we'll get you up here. And pretty much. Oh, this is proving to be a bit awkward. Oh, there we go. Hang you in there. Oh, that's my fault. I got that screw sticking out. Oh, come on, you. Knob. That's it. So that goes there, and then that one will go up like that. Oof. Okay, we've done it, and it should still be level. Yeah, nice, cool. So all I've got to do now is screw that batten to the wall, and it doesn't clash with the nail. That's good. There we go. That's on there solid, and it's level. And look at that. That's what it's for. Hanging like drills and power tools off. Yeah, it's not like the strongest thing in the world, so you've got to be careful. But it's a lot stronger now with those battens there. And I think because I've got the battens sticking out there, I might put a couple more shelves there next to it. I think that'll look pretty cool if I get one. I'll show you. These little fellas here. I reckon drill them into there. Could go underneath. Could go like that, but that'll be a little bit unsteady. So I think on top like that, one there. I mean, they'll be very small, pathetic shelves, won't they? Like, you won't put too much on them, but you get something on there, won't you? It's better than nothing, and it makes use of that wood. I mean, what else could I put there? What else? I'm gonna leave that, and I'll go and do some shelves in the tea making area, because that's the most important part of the garage, isn't it? Someone opposite me has got a couple of minis, or at least one, and he's revving it. It's very noisy. Shush. I've made a royal mess behind me. Look at all that. What a mess. Just wood everywhere. Wood, whoa, what a mess. So I decided to go with one shelf up there. So I've got one up there. Not the strongest thing in the world, so I won't put anything heavy up there. And I've gone for some hooks here. And I can change that. I could put more hooks there or whatever. We'll see, because I don't really know what I'm putting where, to be honest. But it's something, isn't it? It looks cool. And then over here, this is where all the mess is. I wanted to make a tea shelf, you see, put my tea stuff on, and I wanted to have it in this awkward corner. I wanted it lower down than that, but then I thought, well, I want a microwave in there. That sits about there, doesn't it? Oh, sorry, I got wind. And also there's a batten running along here, so a strong piece, good to put the screw in. Yeah, so there's the two fancy shelving brackets I got quite cheap. And I've just cut that out to fit in there. And I sort of made it it's a bit of a funny shape, I suppose. But I like it, that's what I wanted. Oh, what was that? Oh, I brought my tool trolley across from the other unit as well. Look at that, isn't that fancy? Empty. I've got all the drawers slightly open, because when you put that down, you can't open the drawers, it locks them. If I push that one in, and then shut that. See, it's locked that drawer. And I just find that a bit annoying, to be honest. So, there you go. But yeah, it's handy, because I can just wheel it out the way. Wheel it over here. It's probably going to live around this area here. But while I've been working, I didn't want it to get all woody. So I just pushed it over there, out the way. There we go. I'm going to tidy up all this wood now. And I think it's about time I should think about going, really. I say the landlord doesn't particularly like people here gone 7 unless we let him know, and that's just silly, really. I should go home and have a life, shouldn't I? Although this is my life and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I think I'll attach that shelf to the brackets, and I was tempted to paint it, but the only paint I've got is my duck egg blue, which is what's at the back, or black, and I don't think black would look nice over there, so I might just leave it as it is, to be honest. Yes, I'll catch up with you before I go home. Gosh, I'm a bit dusty. I've decided that Simon is not having his Hoover back, because it's just so handy. it's got to be better than brushing it around with a broom, isn't it? One thing I want to do one day is wash that door, it's minging. Right, I'm going home. Thanks for watching. Bye!